Welcome to my first official recording. Decided my first gameplay video will be this, Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, because this still, I would say, is my favorite game of all time. Mind you, likely a large reason for that is due to nostalgia, but nonetheless. Oh, let me just input my name here. We'll begin. Help me. Please help me. I am a prisoner in the dungeon of the castle. My name is Zelda. The wizard, Aghanim, has done something to the other missing girls. Now only I remain. Aghanim has seized control of the castle and is now trying to open the Seven Wise Men's seal. I am in the dungeon of the castle. Please help me. Link, I'm going out for a while. I'll be back by morning. Don't leave the house. We'll see how long that lasts. Alright, so I got my coffee here. We're all good to go. Now, you might notice my screen looks a little bit different than most recordings you're used to seeing. That's because I actually prefer to play these older games with shader. This is a pre-configured shader that I found online, and basically just mimics the CRT TV. I find this is one of the better ones I've found though. It has sort of like, it has the color blooming and the scan lines that are not too prominent, but enough that they break up the sprite work, the pixel work rather, give it a more smoother look. I mean, we gotta remember when the artists and stuff, when they were thinking about the designs and the artwork in these games, this is what they would have had in mind as it looking like in the end. Zelda telling me that same thing now because I didn't quite make it to the castle in time. Link, I didn't want you to get involved in this. I told you not to leave the house. Take my sword and shield and listen. You can focus power in the blade. Hold the B button. Then release it using the secret technique handed down by our people. Link, you can do it. Save the princess. Zelda is your sister? Destiny, I wonder? I always kind of wonder what he said there. Anyway, so yeah, I prefer the shaders whenever I'm playing these older games on an HD because I just find it gives it a nice, smoother look. Although the resolution is of course lower, you can see there's not such jagged edges and stuff on the pixel. It almost looks more rounded, especially like in his shield and his hat. I find you definitely notice it. And these bushes too. Playing without the shader, you definitely notice the sharp edges around the bushes and everything. Remember these guards just giving me such a scare when I was little. Just fleeing in terror from them. I remember thinking it was just such an upgrade too from anything, any of the enemies I remember fighting in the other Zelda, which only ever seemed to go either one speed towards you or randomly about the room. These guys, you can tell when they see you, they lock on you, and then they charge at you. It was quite something when I first saw that. That's just a map, so we won't bother with that. Bye-bye! I'm not actually not worried about going for a 100% run here, necessarily. But I'm also not going to be doing this in probably the regular order that most people would be familiar with. He just ran himself right off the edge. So yeah, the run I'm going to be actually doing a glitch to get to the Dark World early. However, unlike speedrunners who you might see do a similar glitch, I'm not doing this really to speed up the game any. Rather, the reason that I'm gonna do the glitch to the Dark World early is to basically fulfill like a desire I always had as a kid while playing this. Which is, you got the boomerang, give it a try. To select the item, press the start button. Definitely use that. But yeah, if you played this before, you probably know. Once you beat, I think it's the Turtle Rock dungeon, then you can finally get that yellow sword, the most powerful sword in the game. And it can really wreck enemies, of course. But I always found when I was a kid, you get it so close to the end that it's just, you barely have time to enjoy it. I would spend so much time just free roaming just so I could use that sword a bit more. And then, as an adult, I would watch some people speedrun this game. And I noticed that one... Oops. And I noticed that one glitch that people were doing where they would glitch to the Dark World early. Thank you, Link. I had a feeling you were getting close. Link, listen carefully. The wizard is magically controlling all the soldiers in the castle. I fear the worst for my father. The wizard is an inhuman fiend with strong magical powers. Do you understand? Alright, let's get out of here before the wizard notices. I know a secret path. But first, we have to go to the first floor. Let's go! Yeah, so I saw other speedrunners use that glitch, and then I thought, well, instead of using that to get to the Dark World early, maybe I could use that to finish the Dark World dungeons, get to that yellow sword, and then come back and fight the whatever bosses I could in the Light World dungeons again. So I did that. I think the first time I did that was in my 20s somewhere. And it was just so much fun that pretty much every playthrough I've done after that has been that way. Again, I'm not doing it to speed it up. I'm doing it so that I have bosses to fight with the yellow sword in the Light World, which can be super satisfying. Especially that, I think he's like he's called Muldorm or something, the big round caterpillar guy. Yeah, he's really good to take out with that yellow sword. You'll see why when I get there. This series will probably end up being 2 or 3 videos long. I don't think I'm gonna do this all in one sitting, one upload. Probably a couple, we'll see. There is a secret passage in the throne room that leads to the sanctuary. I'm sure the old man there will help us. I read it thou where there is none. Funny how your mind fills in words like that sometimes. If you're anticipating one should be there. The ornamental shelf should open. Do you have a light? It's pitch dark inside and you can't see without one. If you're ready, let's go. Help me push it from the left. Imagine getting here and not having that lantern yet. Have to go back and find it, I guess, with Zelda. That's one thing I never had happen to me. I did always get that chest right from your house first. If you don't get it there, then the lantern will appear inside that cave that I first jumped in, where I get the 5 rupees in the chest. That would have been the lantern if I didn't gather it from my house. So now we just gotta make our way through the sewers here. That's right, there's a chest in here. Oh, I am using a Super Nintendo controller. Well, actually, 8-bit do Super Nintendo. SN30, the original one I'm using. It's been quite good, it feels nice. After passing through these sewers, we will be very close to Sanctuary. Let's be careful. Go through these spooky, scary sewers. There's that secret technique Uncle taught us. Very handy. And it actually is increased damage compared to normal. There's the key from that rat. Let's continue on. I believe the next room will be lit up now. Then we know we're getting close to the end. Here we go. Now you see these cracked walls, so of course we can come back here later, which we will do. Now mind you, when I go to the Dark World, the game will get significantly harder, so I do want to get the bottles. Oh. And I don't really use any other glitches. Well, I don't. So I will have to still go into the other dungeons and at least gather the items. But the only Light World boss I need to beat is the first one, Armo statue. Because I do want the Pegasus boots. I mean, I need them to get the gloves, but you also want the Pegasus boots, let's face it. One of the best items in the game, and the first thing you get, essentially, besides the lantern and boomerang. Princess Zelda, you are safe. Is this your doing, Link? Yes, it was Link who helped me escape from the dungeon. When I was captive, the wizard said, once I have finished with you, the final one, the seal of the wise men will be open. Link, you must not let the land of Hyrule fall into the wizard's clutches. If he releases the seal of the 7 wise men, evil power will overwhelm this land. Before that happens, before it's too late, destroy the wizard, before he destroys all of Hyrule. You can do it. You can. I sense that a mighty evil force guides the wizard's actions and augments his magical power. Ganon perhaps? The only weapon potent enough to defeat the wizard is the legendary Master Sword, which we'll be avoiding altogether. It is said that the village elder is a descendant of one of the 7 wise men. Maybe he can tell you more. I will mark his house on your map, but watch your every move. I'm certain that the castle soldiers will be looking for you now. I will hide Princess Zelda here. Do not worry. Seek the elder. Do you understand? Why, yes. Gather our first heart container. And then off into the overworld. My favorite iteration of the overworld theme here. Just love this one. We'll take a slight detour here first. Let's go up to the woods. Yeah, that spin technique's really, really handy most of the time. Like using it on the birds. Now these guys you have to freeze before you can swipe with your sword. So we just want to come in here and we want to get that mushroom now. The mushroom lets us get the magical powder that has all sorts of useful things to do with it. So grab that now. There, now when we go see the witch, we'll be a lot better off with that magical powder. Definitely need that when we get to the Dark World early, because you'll want to be turning anti-fairies into fairies, etc. So here we go. This guy will give you a hint. Hey kid, this is a secret hideout for a gang of thieves. Don't enter without permission. By the way, I heard that one of our ex-members is staying at the entrance to the desert. One of their ex-members, you say? Took me so long to figure out what that hint was connected to when I was a child. When I was younger. I definitely got this when I was still in elementary school. I remember when the Super Nintendo came out and just begging for it, wanting to upgrade that normal Nintendo. Needless to say, it was quite an upgrade. It certainly was next gen. It was the Super at the time. Playing the games that were on it compared to what I was playing on normal Nintendo, I could see why they called it Super. So, this should be the house he marked on the map. Who? Oh, it's you, Link. What can I do for you, young man? The Elder? Oh no, no one has seen him since the wizard began collecting victims. What? Master Sword? Well, I don't remember the details exactly, but long ago, a prosperous people known as the Hylia inhabited this land. Legends tell of many treasures that the Hylia hid throughout the land. The Master Sword, a mighty blade forged against those with evil hearts, is one of them. People say that it now is sleeping deep in the forest. Do you understand the legend? Anyway, look for the Elder. There must be someone in the village who knows where he is. You take care now, Link. I could be mistaken, but I believe in this game that's supposed to be Impa. Could be mistaken about that, but I think so. I'm down here for a couple secrets. Want to get the bombs for sure. See a little crack right here. We also need 100 rupees. Perfect. Now we can buy a bottle. Definitely need those for early Dark World shenanigans. Well, step right up and make your life complete. I've got one on sale for the low price of 100 rupees. What do you say? Interested? I'll take one. Goodbye. Thanks a lot. Now, hold it above your head for the whole world to see, okay? It's good for business. This is a magic bottle. You can store an item inside and then use it later. Super handy. And here's the bug kid. Now, because we got that bottle first, he will give us his bug net. I can't go out because I'm sick. People say I caught this cold from the evil air that is coming down off the mountain. This is my bug catching net. I'll use it when I'm better, but for now, I'll lend it to you. You borrowed the bug catching net. There may be some other things you can catch with it, too. Like fairies. Definitely need to catch fairies with it. You know, I could never figure out what is this supposed to be. If anybody knows what these little items are they boxes? Are they... what? If anybody knows what these things are supposed to be, leave your thoughts down in the comment what that should be. Always been curious about what that object is. Oh, the good old cuckoos. Cuckoos? Cuckaloos? Cuckoos, right? Something like that. Not quite sure how to pronounce them. This guy knows where the Elder is. Hi, Link. Elder? Are you talking about the grandpa? Okay, but don't tell any of the bad people about this. He's hiding in the palace past the castle. I will mark the spot on your map. Here you are. Now remember the first time looking at this map? Where the original Zelda didn't have an in-game map. So the first time I saw this, it was absolutely mind-blowing. The way you could switch to the big version and then this little version. I remember I would just like move it around and plan my routes. Like, oh, go this way, go up there. And up there to Zora's Fountain. Quite impressive for the time, really. Quite detailed for a Super Nintendo map, I gotta say. This game it really just added to, I guess, the grandness of the feeling of this game compared to the last one. Not to mention with this village and stuff, this one just felt so much more lived in. Whereas, like, I guess the other Zelda always sort of gave me this strange, like, which I know is sort of written into the canon now, but it always sort of gave me this, like, post-apocalyptic vibe, where everything is just barren. The only thing wandering around is monsters, and everybody's hiding in caves, under bushes, etc. Quite dystopian, I mean, not even dystopian, I guess, just apocalyptic after most of humanity has been wiped out by these moblins. It's almost like that's the end of humanity in this universe. And they're being just like sort of as humans outcompeted other hominids and whatnot. It's almost sort of like that. The human population slowly being overtaken by, like, Ganon's moblins and all those creatures. Whereas humans just become these possessed tools of Ganon that will soon no longer even be useful. Yeah, pretty depressing when you think about it like that. So now we're going to this Eastern Palace. And this, again, this will be the only boss in the Light World I'm gonna kill right now. Just so I can get those Pegasus boots. Good old Octo Rocks. Just avoid that one. Here we are, first dungeon. Eastern Palace. Quite an easy one. Which makes sense, since it's such an early one. I do remember these giving me tons of pain as a kid, though. Just pattern recognition and reflexes, I guess, just not quite what they are now. Mind you, my reflexes are starting to go the other way now, since getting to 35 or so, I've noticed it in games like Halo and things more so. Compared to my 20s and stuff. Compared to when I was a kid, my reflexes are still way better. Really notice it in, like, arcade games and stuff. Where when I was a kid, the quarter wouldn't get me anywhere. But part of that might be just learning how to use the arcade stick better as well. When I was younger, I'd monkey paw, like, just death grip onto the top ball, like it was gonna run away from me or something. Now I tend to rest my hand next to the stick and just move it around with my fingertips. I find that's much more accurate. When you're monkey pawing it, you're just sort of swinging it around all over the place. You got no finesse, no fine touch. Where it's got those micro switches, all you really want to do is really just kind of tap it lightly until you hit those switches. Then you can switch directions really easy. Definitely helps in the fighting games, getting the combos. Didn't mean to hit him with it. Oh, I don't know how I didn't get hit by that guy. Alright. Go to this room. I always hated this room as a kid. Now you can just cheese it by taking advantage of the invisibility frames in this game, you can just sort of grab that pot and then activate the chest right away, but we'll just kill everyone. I'll lose less hearts that way in the end. It's funny how he doesn't run from your poked out sword, but he does run when you swing it or when you let go to finish the swipe. There's our big key. Run away from that anti-fairy chasing me. They're like little skulls surrounded by red energy. Don't really remember what they look like in the artwork. Have to look that up sometime maybe. I don't know if they're in the manual or not. You found the bow. You can shoot arrows until you run out. And then these guys, panic-inducing skeletons when I was young, just like, what? Let's go. Why are they dropping from the sky? Their heads are coming off. Oh no. Now I can kill these guys without the pots. Okay. Just need to go up now. I think down might be fairies, maybe. I always get those pots in that order. I don't know why. These guys, just cheese right by them. And then this room can be a pain because these balls are actually random, I think. And the pot won't get rid of the red guys, only arrows. There we go. Next room's the boss. Easy. It's palace, nothing to it. Should have stayed further back. Oh well. Here we go. First and only boss that I'm destroying in the light world right now. Here we go, first dungeon down. Second, let me take a drink of my coffee here. You won the Pendant of Courage. Take it to Sahasrahla. Sahasrahla. Let's say, I think it's like that. Sahasrahla. That sounds right. 2 pendants remain, which we will be ignoring for now. So, just enjoy this overworld music for a second. Let me have a quick drink of coffee and a puff here right quick. Okay, we're back. Like to have a little toke when I play Super Nintendo. Retro games, especially. You are correct, young man. I am Sahasrahla, the village elder, and a descendant of the 7 wise men. What? Link, I'm surprised a young man like you is looking for the sword of evil's bane. Not just anyone can use that sword. According to the tales handed down by the Hylia, only the hero who has destroyed 3 great evils and won the 3 pendants can wield the sword. I see you have acquired the Pendant of Courage. I will tell you about the legend behind it. 3 or 4 generations ago, an order of knights protected the royalty of the Hylia. These knights of Hyrule were also guardians of the Pendant of Courage. Unfortunately, most of them were destroyed in the Great War against evil, that took place when the 7 wise men created their seal. Among the descendants of the Knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I see. Link, I believe you. You should get the remaining pendants and carry this with you. This is a treasure passed down by the families of the wise men. I want you to have it. He gives you the Pegasus shoes. Now you can execute a devastating dash attack. Hold the A button for a short time. A helpful item is hidden in the cave on the east side of Lake Hylia. Get it. I believe he's talking about the ice rod there, if I'm not mistaken. So now we just need to get the gauntlets so that we can lift up rocks. We needed these Pegasus boots so that we can get into the castle where we get those gauntlets. Love that dash attack so much. It's awesome. Best way to get around. When you boing off of stuff like that. Love doing that. Okay, and the item we need is just here in the library. Book to translate that ancient Hylia language. You found the Book of Medora. You can use it to read the ancient language of the Hylia. So, they said that the Hylians are gone, right? But then, Sarahashala seems to say that only 3 or 4 generations ago they were still protecting the Knights of Hylia? Strange. That confuses me. Maybe I'm misunderstanding a bit. So the doorway is open again. Okay. Maybe I should make up with my brother. He sealed it off because he was mad. Hey Link, did you come from my older brother's room? Is he still angry? Get a heart piece here. If you can reach the goal within 15 seconds, we will give you something good. Ready, set, go! I remember when I was young, even when I knew which way to go here, having just the hardest time getting there on time. This try, your time was 8 seconds. You qualified, congratulations. I present you with a piece of heart. Because what I used to do, I think, was I would press the sword button too quick trying to cut through those bushes. And instead of one swipe for each bush. And of course, when you swipe your sword, Link won't step forward. Pretty sure that's what slowed me down significantly. Would make sense. I mean, would make sense to do it, but, you know. I was a foolish kid. Did not necessarily read things in the game close enough. Although I did always enjoy readings. Most of the time I read everything. I used to love getting the instruction manuals. I would usually, they always used to come with games back then, and I would almost always read them all the way through before starting the game. Get another heart piece in here. Lovely. Need all the hearts we can get when we get to the Dark World early. Because where I'm not beating 2 of these bosses, it means that I will have 2 less heart containers in the Dark World. And then on top of that, I also have the problem of having the White Sword in the Dark World. The White Sword is significantly weaker than the Master Sword once you get to the Dark World. Here it seems like it's only one damage point less for the enemies. But then when you get to the Dark World, it seems to be quite increased, but I'm sure that's just because of the increased health of them in general. So there's another piece. And we'll get another one just when we get outside of the, well, just after we get our gauntlets in the next dungeon. Thankfully, that'll be super quick to get those gauntlets. This, not long at all. Especially not dealing with the boss right now. This dungeon gets really short. Now, mind you, I do know these dungeons like the back of my hand. To open the way forward, to open the way to go forward, make your wish here, and it will be granted. Second here, just get situated. Not sure what. Oh, not sure why he didn't shoot at me the first time. Maybe the speed of me walking as his eye was moving the opposite way just made it not register? I don't know. We don't need any of these top doors. That one leads to nothing, I believe. The other one gets you the map, which we don't need. Here's the Master Sword, or not the Master Sword, we're not getting that. This is the big key, I mean. And now we're ready to get the gauntlets. Nothing to getting those. There we go, gauntlets got. One more dungeon item before moving to the Dark World. However, I do need the flippers. Flippers. So because I'm getting the flippers, might as well also upgrade my shield and my boomerang. Which, if you don't know, that can be done in the waterfall. Just at the entrance of Zora's River. Wasn't sure if he was gonna chase me for a second. Oh, and dash right into the cactuses. Oh, smart guy Link. Smart guy Link. Now, one of these bandit guys gives you money. Like, hands it right to you. Not this guy. Check out the cave east of Lake Hylia. Strange and wonderful things live in it. So now him and Sarah Hatchela has told me about that same cave. They really want me to go to that cave, I think. Although I don't think you even need the ice rod until the like very last dungeon before Ganon. And you only need it there because that's how you fight one of the heads of the dungeon boss. So we might as well get it now, of course. We also need $500 to get those flippers. These guys can be hard to hit with the arrows. So, just walk over there. There we go. This guy might hand me the money. Take some rupees, but don't tell anyone I gave them to you. Keep it between us, okay? Yeah. That guy hands you so many rupees. This game does love to give you rupees. I mean, that's good for the amount that he gives us there. That's good so that we can get those flippers and get out of the light world. Oh! Electrified me. But now because this game does give me so many rupees all the time, I'm not gonna go down into the graveyard, back into that cave I was in at the very beginning I mentioned. If you remember, I said when we first got in the room where it was lit up again, there was the cracks in the wall. I won't be going there again until later, until I spent most of my money on the flippers. Or I guess I could right after that. After I spend the money on flippers, because I think that gives you money too, and you can only get to 999. You can earn a lot of rupees by defeating enemies. It's the secret of my success. Mine's having people hand me $300 for no reason. Dungeons can sometimes have hundreds in chests too. Might be the only Zelda game I can think of where you can open the chest and get like 300 rupees, 200 or 300. There might have been in an Ocarina of Time, but very few of them, I think. Okay, so now we have to make our way back. Think maybe I'll do the Zora's River now. I got enough money. And that will let me upgrade my boomerang and my shield. Oof. Look at this, I'm gonna die here. Oh, and now there's a bee chasing me. Ooh, that was close. I almost ran right into that arrow. Alright, I can heal in here. And then with those flippers, I can get the last bottle as well. Ooh. Took an arrow to the knee. Alright. So now we'll go up to this old witch's hut. Give her a mushroom.
Hee thank you, young man. Come back to the shop later for something good.
That's my old potion maker voice. These rocks always confuse me too. Is this like a pile of gravel? What's up with these rocks? I love that you destroy them by dashing into them, but the design of them, I was always like, is this just 3 of those gray rocks that you usually encounter stacked on top of each other, or is it supposed to be something else? I guess it looks like those stacked on top of each other, right? These things. But then it's funny to me that you can't destroy those by dashing into them. Maybe that would make for a good ROM hack right there. Having rocks be destroyable other than the black ones by dashing into them. Those ones you need that gold gauntlet for. I think it's this bottom path. Yes. Luckily that doesn't hurt you. Does seem to give you invisibility frames though.
Wahaha, what do you want, little man? Do you have something to ask me? I want the flippers, please. Wahaha, but I don't just give flippers away for free. I sell them for 500 rupees a pair. What do you do?
Pay 500 rupees.
Whoa, 1 pair of flippers coming up. I will give you a free bonus with your purchase. I will let you use the magic waterways of the sea folk, which link lakes and rivers. When you see a whirlpool, dive into it. You never know where you'll surface. Wahaha.
You bought Zora's flippers. With these, you should be able to swim, even in deep water. Perfect. I tried to do like a Boss Nass type, you know, the fish guy from Episode 1 Star Wars. I tried to do like his type voice there. Just without the accent that wasn't needed. Just the part where it sounds like even though he was on land, he sounded like he was underwater. Or at least had a bunch of water in his mouth. That's how I imagine that fish sounding. Without the Jamaican accent or whatever it was there they gave him. Caribbean style accent. In the most stereotypical way, like, that was, looking back, that was probably the worst choice, the prequel. Was to give the comedic relief character that accent. Jar Jar really isn't that bad other than that. And as far as CG characters go, I mean, he's there for kids. And when you think about it in that context, he's not that bad other than that terribly offensive accent they gave him. Because he's supposed to be the comic relief. But as far as CGI goes, he's great looking for the time.
Hello there. Did you drop this?
Yes.
I like an honest person. I will give you something better in return.
There we go. You got the magical boomerang. You can throw this faster and further than your old one. We can also get Mysterious Pawn. Won't you throw something in? So we'll also throw our shield in here. And she will upgrade that into one that can block fireballs, thankfully. Hello there, did you drop this? I'd like an honest person. So there's that. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm not gonna take that whirlpool because we want to stop back at that witch's hut and get our magic powder back. Nice. Now, I suppose I might as well get that other bottle before I go to the last dungeon. Then I'll do that glitch. Alright, and here's the last bottle I can get for a while. Yo Link, you seem to be in a heap of trouble, but this is all I can give you. This is a magic bottle. You can store an item inside it for use later. Prominently fairies will be in mine. Okay, now I think I'm ready to go to that final dungeon now. Maybe I'll go by way of Kakariko Village. Oh. I think there's a... I might be mistaken, but I think maybe that first treasure house there, I think one of the prizes you can win might be a heart piece. Let's see. We'll see about that before we go. So that's why I'll go this way, through the village. Just barely made it away from him. This house right here. See how much. I think I can win it from in here. First, I usually try all three sides, and then I'll stick to one. Maybe I'm mistaken. Let's see. Well, that time it was 20. Now I don't know what to think. Try a couple more times here. Just to be safe. And I won't be able to get all of them anyway. Because without getting the Master Sword, the lumberjacks won't stop cutting the tree, I don't think. Alright. I'm just gonna say no, you can't get one in here right now. If I can get one there, let me know down in the comments. And I'll come back to that place. Once I'm able to leave the Dark World. Well, I guess I can leave the Dark World anytime with the mirror, so yeah. If you guys know whether I can get a treasure or a heart piece there, let me know. I'll go back and get it if I can. Now we're ready for the, this last castle up here, last dungeon. Oh my goodness. Before I do, I want to see if this was a heart piece over here. I remember most of this game, but there's lots and lots of tiny details that I don't remember exactly. This might be just the fountain. Yeah. I could have got healed, but I'm still okay. There is another secret cave right up here. See, in those pile of rocks, they almost... Oh, nice. Yeah, those pile of rocks, they almost look like, you know, the normal gray rocks, except they don't have that A-looking thing on the top. Very curious. I don't know who you are, but if you are going to the top of the mountain, will you take me with you? I lost my lamp, so... watch your step. There are holes in the ground. Could you turn right here? Young man, are you also going to the mountain to look for the golden power? Just ahead is a mountain full of monsters. Many people have vanished in this mountain while looking for the golden power. I don't want to steer you wrong, so please don't get too involved in such a mad quest. Turn right here. You know, I have a granddaughter who is your age. The king took her to the castle, and she never returned. Kidnapping those maidens must be part of the wizard's plot. I'm sure he is trying to somehow use the power of the descendants of the wise men. So then this guy must somehow be like somewhat related, or I guess at least an in-law of the wise men. The missing maidens are still alive somewhere. I believe that a hero will rescue them. I wait for that day. These are dangerous times. I talk too much. Anyway, thank you for your kindness to an old man like me. I wanted to give you this. If you wander into the magical transporter, gaze into this mirror. He gave you the magic mirror. This mirror is blue, clear, and beautiful. You feel like it is going to absorb you into another world. Or take you back to the entrance of the dungeon you were in. Wow, that was really strange. Did I get hurt after I came through the door from a boulder? That's weird. The wizard has deceived the king, and now he is trying to open the way to the dark world. To complete your quest, you will need the moon pearl, which is in the tower on top of the mountain. All I can do for you now is to comfort your weariness. Come back anytime. So I think the way, like, Nintendo, when they made Ocarina of Time, I think they intended that to essentially be like the imprisoning war that this game constantly refers to. I think that's what that game was supposed to take place during. And then what's funny though is like how close those beats in that storytelling still is to this. You know, something I noticed with the CRT filters and stuff on is that, and this was the way it was on home CRTs too, is that Link's hair, while yes, noticeably pink, when you turn to the side, it's sort of like, has all kinds of different shades in it because of the bleed through. Maybe that's why it looks so weird to us on HDs now. I turned into a bunny. That's why I need that moon pearl, so I can stop being a bunny. This won't take long. Now that I got the magic mirror too. Come down here and get in a fight with the floor. I usually just dodge them like this. You can swipe them too. Those buggers. They're like the Moldorm, I think. There's a big one at the top of this castle. Bane of my existence when I was a kid. And like one of the major reasons why I like doing the run in this order now. So I can come back with that yellow sword and, well, you guys will see when I get there. Which will be, strangely, for a Zelda playthrough video near the end of the series. Whoops, didn't want to do that. Made that other guy fall down, I just heard him. Oh no. Don't let that guy kill me. That would be bad. I'm almost to the moon pearl. Actually, after this room, I can get it right now. Right down here. There we go. Got all the items I need now. And now we're ready to do the glitch. So we have to go to the dark world. You come down here. And right here where this bridge should be, or where this bridge is in the light world. Use your mirror. You just want to go like 1 pixel over. That might be it. Let yourself come back. Now you don't move. Transfer back. And if you did it right, which it looks like I might have, you can see the teleporter is somewhat overlapping the bridge now. That's your indication that you did this right. So now you want to enter the portal from this side. And when you do, you're... nope. Okay, didn't quite work. So we'll enter from this side again. Transfer back. Try and get her 1 pixel over. That might be it. Come back. Immediately teleport again. Now that we're just slightly bit over. And there, look, that looks like it's even more on the bridge now. So, we'll go through. And now I'm on the wrong side of this wall, see? So I can jump down here into what look like background elements. Now you have to be careful. You don't want to come down right there. I'm actually going to save state this. I think you want to come down right here. Yep. And jump down. And here I am. I've cheesed my way into the Dark World early without getting the Master Sword. You might notice that the world looks kind of strange. That's because we didn't go to the Dark World the proper way. It didn't actually have a chance to change the palette. So, essentially, there's like multiple palettes that the Zelda game can choose from. And I think each of these palettes has like different tile IDs and stuff. And so when I glitched down from the mountain when I wasn't supposed to there. Oh darn. Look, I'll have to load. But yeah, so see, it's one palette here. But then when I glitched down from the mountain, I didn't go through the cave first like you're supposed to. So that's why the tiles are basically pulling like the wrong ID and you're getting this garbled mess of graphics. As you can see, the enemies are quite a bit tougher here. I gotta be more careful. Don't want to have to load states. I'm thankful that exists, though. Such a time-saving thing. I mean, definitely nothing wrong with using save states, because the only thing it does is you know, cuts time. Without save states, you keep trying over and over, and eventually you learn the patterns long enough that you know exactly where to go. And see, now that I went in that cave and came back out, now the palette has corrected itself. It's looking like it should. They hurt me way more, it seems like. But that's just because, again, I'm missing some significant chunks of health without those 2 heart containers. Now Kiki the monkey will help us get into the pallets. We need him. See, everything seems to take just so many more hits than the Master Sword. Kiki, if you give me 100 rupees, I will open the entrance for you, Kiki. What will you do? Ask him to open it, of course. Kiki, good choice. Then I get 100 of your rupees. Kiki. Something I always wonder with this monkey was, Is he like a native Dark World inhabitant and that's why he makes like actual monkey noises, or is he just like everybody, or is he like the ball guy and that fox kid and me when I turn into the bunny and he's just like come over? Always wondered that. Now this palace, I remember when I was young. I think this was like the first really confusing palace I came across when I was young. I remember thinking like, oh yeah, now the dungeons are gonna be, now that I'm in the Dark World, now I'm in for something serious, you know? I should have got some fairies. Can't remember if I can get any in here or not. Well, we can get a fairy this way, though. There. Perfect. Now we got a little bit of life insurance. Oh, I should have caught that one, too. She came out so quick. Oh! Bad timing. Okay, so get this key here. Then we want to come up here. Get across this thing quickly. I think that might be a compass or something, I'm not sure. Should turn these into fairies. I do need some health now, I'll take her. For my health right now, and the other one I'll catch. Okay, so now I just need the big key. Easiest way to do that is like this. Now you want to bomb this right here. Oh, a little early. There you go, up in this room. Now you got the big key. There we go. All set. Still gonna go through that entrance one more time. But now I'm ready to get that dungeon item, the magic hammer in here. that other one will stay dead now. I can just use that pot on this one. And in here is where you find the hammer. Get rid of these guys. I don't want to get hit by their fire. Bombs that I didn't need. Here we go, hammer is mine. Now we can go back to the entrance one more time. Now we just need to go to the basement and finish this dungeon off. I wanted to get down there quick where they were all in that group. So yeah, the way that I've just taken, I've skipped large portions, or at least sections of the dungeon that are just kind of redundant hallways mostly, I guess, if you just use the magic mirror a bit. These guys need arrows. Okay. Wait for that to come back. This guy takes an arrow. And we wait while this wall slowly moves across. And there we go, secret entrance to the basement. p.1. Now that we get our hammer, we can knock these things down. However, I should just use my hammer on those twice, because as you can see, my sword is pretty pitiful against them, where I don't have that master sword. Not the item I thought I hit out. That went quite well compared to what compared to what I'm used to. Here we go, boss. I got fairies. We're all good. Just gotta watch these things. And then he also swings his tail at you. Once we get this, there we go. Now we can use arrows on him. Much more effective damage-wise than my sword. There we go. What's this guy? Helmasaur King or something, maybe? Took him out. And now the good thing is, because we took him out, before I even get the hook shot now, I can actually upgrade my sword. which is huge because my weak little white sword is just a risk to use here. Link, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. This world used to be the Golden Land where the Triforce was hidden, but because Ganon, the boss of thieves, wished it, the world was transformed. I'm sure he's intending to conquer even our light world after building his power here. He is trying to open a larger gate between worlds near the castle using our powers, but the gate is not open completely yet. If we 7 maidens come together, we can break the barrier around Ganon's hiding place. I will tell you where the other girls are held. I believe you will destroy Ganon. I will return to my original form at that time. Do you understand? Sure. May the way of the hero lead you to the Triforce. I guess that's kind of like the Force will be with you type thing for this game. I wish other Zeldas would have kept up that sort of parting slogan. It's cool. It's neat. But anyway, I think with that we've gotten through the light world. We've now glitched to the dark world early and begun our quest here. We're ready to go and upgrade our sword after a little short trip in the next dungeon. So, I think that's where I'm going to end this first episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, like, share, and leave any comments you have. And yeah, please tune in for the next one. I'll get it uploaded as soon as possible. Catch you next time. Red salute, comrades.